As a result of completing my portfolio project, I learned how important it is to conduct evidence-based research. I also learned how to synthesize the information from my research and incorporate it into my work. If I had to improve anything about the formulation of future projects, it would be my research. Research is something that is very important. It is very time consuming, but it is necessary in order to produce genuine work. In my future projects, I will conduct more thorough research to incorporate into my writings or assignments. This course absolutely helped me by giving me an outline and proper steps to conduct evidence-based research. Some course outcomes I've met on this project are preparing a clear and concise memo. The memo I provided is very basic. I tried to avoid jargon I felt that would be hard for my audience to understand. I also avoided adding information that I thought was irrelevant to the topic. I used a very basic standard to get my point across while also providing sources to where I obtained my information. Another course outcome I met was creating a written communication that promotes positive organizational and interpersonal skills. In my project, the fact that the topic was of great importance, I used a tone that wasn't intimidating but serious. I made sure all of my information was organized well. I used bold font to point out or emphasize certain subtopics and ideas and make them stand out. I used bullets because the information did not have to be in a certain order, but I wanted to organize my paper more by listing these steps using bullets. The last course outcome I am going to talk about that I think I met is synthesizing my research by summarizing and paraphrasing. I used a number of references to synthesize or combine information I gathered from my research. I found this step to be the most difficult because after gathering all of my information, I then had to organize it in logical order. Some institutional outcomes I met on this project were information literacy and communication, where I used my school's virtual library to locate sources relevant to my research. I extracted information I deemed valuable to my project, and I cited where I received the information from, which is called my source. Another institutional outcome I met on this project was relational learning. During this course, I learned about giving and receiving feedback from classmates and my instructor. Providing a draft allowed me to get feedback, which I used to formulate my final project. I found this very helpful and very useful. Throughout this course, I think that I learned dependability through a few aspects. One being that all coursework had to be submitted on time for full credit. Submitting my work on time was very difficult for me most times. There were times I had to sacrifice time with my husband or my children in order to complete my school assignments. That would be an example of sacrificing. Dependability is extremely important in the workplace. My dependability is being tested right now as I record this video presentation. I have severe stage fright, but cannot let it stop me from completing the necessary assignments needed to pass my courses. Being dependable also means supporting your peers. An example of peer support would be the feedback I provided on the discussion boards, and also communicating with my instructor if I am going to be late with or don't understand my work, which I have done a few times. One workplace capability I can relate to is perseverance, which is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Despite the many obstacles I am facing, which are working full-time, attending school full-time, and being a full-time mother to 5 children, I still have the perseverance to complete my duty as an employee, a student, and a mother. I realized that without perseverance, it would be hard to make it in life, period. My life is an abundance of struggles, but I strive to achieve everything I put my mind to, because if I don't, what kind of role model would I be for my children? Perseverance is also important in my career because with it, I would be able to constantly advance to the next level of my career. Without perseverance and dependability, I cannot make it out of school and into an everlasting career. I think these two capabilities are alike because dependability relies on persistence, and you cannot be persistent without being dependable. In closing, English 250 has helped me tremendously with my professional writing skills. I feel this class was very important in preparing me for the professional workplace, and I'm glad I was able to complete it. Thank you for listening, and have a good night.